Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another layout. I'm on a roll, right? Right? It's February and I've already got quite a few layouts up. So this one here is entitled Love You Always, and I'm using a scenic route from Paige Taylor Evans. And this one was new to me as well. Like I bought it when it came out, but because everything was in storage and packed up, I did not get to play with this bad boy. And so this is the first time I'm using it. And I decided to start with a white piece of cardstock, and I trimmed it down about half an inch on each side. And I'm using that lovely floral paper for the background. And I'm going to show you now that, there it is, the cut file. And so what I did is I took that cut file that is from Paige Evans, and that came in the emails, her mailing list that is sent out to those who have subscribed. And I thought it was really cute and I wanted to use it. I just decided to add more to it. So the love, I loved, obviously. But I wanted to add more, so what I did is I just hopped on my Silhouette Cameo in the designing program and just wrote "You Always" and chose a font. I don't even remember what font that is, but it's just a scripty font. And I cut it out. I ended up paper piecing it, and so it acts as kind of like the continuation of the title. And like I mentioned, I paper pieced the cut file there, and now I'm just popping it up with some dimensional foam there. I used my hot glue gun and some cheapy foam I got at Michael's. And the "You Always" part, I'm going to double up on the foam because it's going to partially sit on top, but where the foam is, I want it to be the same level, but it has to sit slightly above the foam that's already there behind the love. I hope that makes sense. I'm using this photo of my husband and I that was taken probably in the summer of last year, so 2021. And we were just at a waterfront kind of like resort, um, like 20 minutes from, not even 20 minutes, like 10 minutes from us. And it's like a whole pier, and there's like houseboats and regular boats and condos on this like amazing stretch of um, water. I was looking for a particular word, it just wasn't coming to me. And so we were just out with the kids and some exceptional friends of ours and snapped this picture. And I decided to make it black and white. I think a few of you know already that when I print out pictures, I can never decide. I never know what I'm going to do in terms of scrapbooking. And so I print out in color and then I make them black and white as well. For the most part, I use the black and white because I love black and white photography. Even all the photos in my house are black and white. It's my thing. I love it. And so on the odd occasion, I'll use the color, but for the most part, I use the black and white photos when scrapbooking. And this ended up working out really well because this collection is so extremely colorful, like really bright and in your face. And I love that. But I didn't want the colors of the photo to interact or kind of, take away from the colors of, I didn't want it to clash. So there you go. And so I decided to use the black and white, long story short. So this layout is pretty simple for the most part, but because of this large title, I don't have to do that much work. I did all the work with the paper piecing of the title, but I mean, now it's just about decorating. I matted the photo. That was super simple. I just did, the same papers that I use to paper piece the love title there, I used for the matting of the photo, and that was super easy. The ephemera in this collection is really fun too. And so there's ephemera and then there's the floral ephemera, or I think Paige may call them embellishments. And there's a lot to choose from, a lot of fun pieces, a lot of, tags and banners and tickets, like you could see there at the top left-hand corner. A lot of like really cute things that you could also use for journaling if you really needed to. And so I'm just sorting through the pictures of the bits right now and choosing what I think is going to work with my layout. Now, every time there's butterflies in a collection, I must use all the butterflies. I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I've got to use them. I'm sorry, I can't just put them back in the package. They must be glued onto the sheet of paper. So at this point, I decide that I really want to use that kind of, I'm not sure what they're called. They're like those, where it says remember, it's the, where you would put like a negative in, like for us, I think they're called slides. There you go. And so I decide that I'm going to take advantage of all that space within the heart and bring in a little bit more of that green. So the slide itself says remember, and then the green title there says loving this life. And behind all that, I place some metallic gold thread. And I just propped up the largest butterfly that's in this ephemera kit. And also there's a sheet of paper in the collection that is all butterflies. So if you run out of butterflies, you can hand cut a whole bunch more out, which I love. I'm taking some more of this metallic gold thread, and I'm I'm just going to wind it within my fingers and kind of just put it down haphazardly, but very controlled. And so I'm thinking that I'm going to add something else under the You Always. I want to add a whole bunch of floral, but I have to stop myself. So I do add some, not as much as I was initially thinking, because it just got really, really busy. And it started to become something I was not happy with. So I want to use all the flowers because you guys know I love all the flowers. But I could not because it just wasn't working with me. So there's all these cute, can you see what I'm doing there? Making a mess. Covering all of the like hard work, the title that I was so painstakingly creating, and you know, I'm still trying. I'm placing all the flowers, I'm doing all the things. I'm really, really trying to make it work. First I started with the largest, most in-your-face kind of flower, and then I was like, oh, I'll use a smaller one, and you know, but so here, this is where I'm like, okay, Lina, you can use some florals because it's impossible for you to use all the florals. Well, granted, try me. I probably could have used all of them. So here I'm just taking some of the greenery, the foliage that's in the collection. I cut down that flower a bit because of where the foam was. It wasn't sitting properly, so I just snipped a bit. And so you're going to see here that I shuffled through flowers and leaves a lot. Maybe longer. I did this longer than I probably should have. But I was trying to make it work, guys. I couldn't. I wasn't happy with it. So I'm going to have to revisit this collection and use all the florals because this was not the layout for me to do it on. The little butterfly there that I just placed, I think was my favorite. He's just so little. Excuse me. So here this is the 6x12 stickers. And I don't think I actually used something from here. I looked at it and it didn't work. Then these are the thickers. These are the puffy phrase and stickers, and they are called Scenic Route. And I'm adding in more of that yellow, saying making memories. Adding another one of those butterflies. And so when I add the butterflies, I only put it to this, I only put glue, I only add glue to the center of the butterfly so that I can kind of fold up the wings to make it look like they are a little in flight. And so I don't have an issue with this when it goes into the albums because my albums are exploding. I'm sorry. What I meant to say is that I have a lot of dimension on my page, and I've already taken that into consideration when putting them in my albums, so I try not to overfill albums, although a lot of them, like I mentioned, are exploding. Here I'm taking some Heidi Swapp Color Shine. You know what that means. I'm towards the end of the layout here. I'm almost finished this lovely spray jar of Heidi Swapp Color Shine. So because this is not available anymore, I need to find a replacement. So if anybody knows what an identical dupe for this Heidi Swapp Color Shine in gold would be, let your girl know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I love the comments that you leave me. And we will see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed, I would ask you to please subscribe. Let's be friends. You can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, on all the places. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.